Hello, welcome to the Mystical Institute of Healing Arts with Alicia McNaughton. Today's class we're going to be going over how to work with our spirit guides. So this will be an introduction to spirit guides, and it'll start with a discussion with some images, and it'll be followed with a guided meditation in which I will channel my spirit guide for you to help you to connect with your spirit guide. So I invite you to light a candle, light some incense, turn off your phone, and really be able to tune in as we call in some sacred space for you. We're going to ask for your higher self to come in and calm your nervous system and bring you many blessings, guiding the way. So by now, you should have already taken the class on how to work with your higher self, which is this higher aspect of you, which is your gatekeeper. So your gatekeeper, and we're going to also call in the 4 archangels that are pictured here into your 4 corners, your 4 directions to hold sacred space. And the incense acts as offerings, giving thanks, calling in sweetness. And lighting a white candle is calling in light, calling in the love of spirit, calling in guidance from your higher self, master guides, angels, and light beings who are here for the highest good of humanity and of all concerned. Which brings us to our next portion, which is all about how you invoke spirit. So it's good to have an invocation and an affirmation statement, and one of your own making, something that's short and sweet. That is your signal to the universe, to your teachers in spirit, that you are ready to dial up your frequency and receive messages and guidance and healing from them. This is important so that you're not always open, wide open, and that you can hold good boundaries and have good energy maintenance and call the energy in and release the energy when you're done. Being open all of the time will make you very tired, and it's very challenging to hold sacred space all over town, especially when you're new. It takes energy to do that, concentration, and it's a sacred time for your meditation and your healing work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to ask you to just drop into your heart center, and we're going to call in Archangel Raphael before us and really visualize this healing with the orange ray and the green flame, often accompanied by the hands of this sacred flame. So Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. Calling in behind us, we're going to call in the white flame of ascension and the white flame of purity. And we're going to call in Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel has the trumpet and is very helpful with the throat chakra and healing our center of communication. And is often accompanied with Serapis Bey as the Chohan of the white flame. calling into our right Archangel Michael and the blue flame for clearing and divine will, bringing in divine will and helping you to clear and release anything that is no longer in alignment with you, with your divine soul purpose, and often accompanied with Ascended Master Elmoira. So in flame form, it is blue. In ray form, it is red. So this is really protecting your space. To the right of us, we're going to call in Archangel Uriel. We're going to call in Ascended Master Saint Germain in the violet flame. Cleansing negativity into positivity. And again, we're going to ask your higher self to come in and hold the sacred container and to guide our teaching today, our class today, as well as our meditation, and to only allow in the love of spirit and that which would be in the highest good today for you and for all concerned. And we're in a circle of light. So these are all sulfur quartz. So it's similar to being in a circle. Sulfur and fire energy is incredibly clearing and protective. And then we have these aura quartz, which are really good for bringing in happiness. And we have these blue beryl, which is really good for your throat chakra, communication. And then we have this distance Reiki symbol here on selenite, and selenite is very clearing. So I'll let you see. And this is Honshaze Shonen. So I'll go ahead and draw it for you. Honshaze Shonen, Honshaze Shonen, Honshaze Shonen. And we're asking for this beautiful Reiki healing energy to come in and help you with your journey today. So thinking all the blessings that have already arrived, and just sit and really feel your vibration go up. And we're going to ask for your higher self and these archangels to please clear and raise the vibration in the room. And it's good for you to drop into your heart center, feel yourself drop your grounding cord. So visualize a tail of light spiraling down from your spine, going down through the floor, through the foundation, extending out, down through the soles of your feet. Feel the weight of that as if you're dropping an anchor, moving it down through the soil, through the sand. And you're really connecting with the heart of Mother Earth. Other names for Mother Earth are Gaia or Pachamama. And just visualize your root chakra circling around the earth 3 times. And then tie it in a bow, pull it back snugly, anchored. Take a breath now, breathing light all the way up, in through all 7 chakras, going from red, orange, yellow, green, sky blue, indigo, violet, and white. And we're going to allow our extension now to go from the crown chakra straight up. So visualize a line of energy moving all the way up through the roof, going out into the clouds, the atmosphere, through the ozone layer, all the way up through the cosmos, Connecting now with the central sun of our galaxy. And allow that beautiful, healing, golden, liquid white light to come down from the central sun, vibrating higher, bringing that warm, delicious sunlight into yourself, into your room, circling you in white light. And visualize a circle of white light all the way around you, all the way around your space. And take some nice cleansing breaths. Allowing your conscious contact with a higher power to pull you up out of your ego, allowing your ego to step to one side. And really visualize this beautiful, brilliant room filled with all the things that you like. Decorate it, bring in some snacks. Allow a little bit of entertainment to be in the room with you, a book to read, a comfortable chair. Bring in some ambiance there. And we're going to ask that our ego just step aside and go into that space while we journey with spirit. So what we're going to call in first is your soul group and the many multi-dimensional aspects of who you are. We're going to ask for that soul group to be protective only, asking for the light of spirit to come in. And we're going to ask for the guardian spirit to stand by. And we're going to discuss. So that's our preliminary meditation, just to get the room settled. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so I'm going to talk today a little bit about what an ascended master is. An ascended master is someone who has already finished their karmic cycle on the earth plane. And now are a guardian, a teacher, a master teacher guide, or an ascended master that shows up for humanity and assists us with our learning, our journey, our karmic cycle, helping us to complete all of those cycles so that we can also ascend. Which means that we no longer have to incarnate if we don't want to in human form on the earth plane. So many religions have been formed around these particular men and women, although ascended masters in Western culture predominantly speaks about men being ascended masters, but there are women. But when we do talk about the women, we often discuss them as being aspects of the divine feminine herself. And these beings can be very closely tied in with our soul journey. We can even be part of their soul group. And they can also be watching over many more people than yourself, all at the same time. So we'll discuss that. We'll talk about that. So there are many aspects of the sacred feminine. This is one of the particular goddesses that I've worked with and she is Mary Magdalene. There are ascended masters too, and there are many more aspects of these, but we're just giving you an example. This one is Master Hilarion. So some of you might feel more familiar working with Isis, or working with Bast, or working with Mother Mary, or working with Kuan Yin. And some of the more popular ascended masters would maybe be Jesus, or Buddha, or Ganesha. But as you can see, Ganesha looks very much like he's from another place other than Earth. And he's also very much depicted as a god in Hindu cultures. Some will talk about Ganesha as being an ascended master. But Ganesha is a wonderful teacher for us, and you don't have to be Hindu to call on these beings, just as much as you don't have to be in a particular faith or religion to call on ascended master Jesus or Buddha or any of the ascended masters. And there are light beings. So Sanat Kumara is also sometimes depicted as an ascended master, or a light being, or a star being, a Venusian star being. Very protective energy, often comes in with the 8th ray to clear any negative patterns that are holding us in a particular way where we feel like we need protection, helping to dissolve those patterns. Really wonderful being of light in service to Mother Earth. So in Mother Earth, there's also many elementals, and they really help us to feel connected with our earthly bodies, our elemental bodies. Help us to feel the magic that's here for us in the earth plane. Working with the elements of earth, air, fire, water, and ether. Helping us to care for ourselves and Mother Earth. And making things more magical. And some of us have lived lives as shamans and past lifetimes and feel a very strong connection to working with animal totems or animal spirits, or what you like to call the organizing principles of creation, which is serpent, jaguar, hummingbird, eagle. And it's not limited to just those beings, but those are some of the more famous, more popular animal totems to call upon. And many of us have ancestors. So ancestors are also part of our soul group. Some of our ancestors need healing, and you or us or the people that are in their soul group are picking up where they left off. Some of them are here to help us, and they have a lot of healing energy, and they're in the light, and they're very nurturing, and they have a lot of wisdom to share. And they're also here as our teachers, and they can help us to tap into our ancestral knowledge of when we've been magical in past lives. They'll also help us to heal some of the other stuck ancestral energy that's in our timeline or in our karmic cycle. And since we all share DNA, when you do heal, you help all of your ancestors to heal. So they come in and help you. So an invocation statement, an affirmation statement, is for you to have your own switch on, off, when you decide that you want to do this, when you want to work with spirit. And some people will say, oh, I want to work with spirit all the time. Well, give yourself some time to learn who your spirit guides are and to really be able to feel when you're in sacred space and start to notice all of the subtleties of the ways that they show up. Some of us will have a scent. If your clair is all about being able to smell, so my grandmother would show up and I would smell her perfume, for example. Some of us are very visual. We have a vivid imagination. We have very vivid dreams, or we're artistic in some way. We have a good eye. You might see sparks of light or wings or different colors, or experience a very vivid journey when you're going through your guided meditation. And you'll be able to pick up on what they look like or how they show up to you visually, either with your eyes open or closed, although it's easier with your eyes closed. Some of you might hear. And the hearing isn't as if you're hearing my voice now. It's an internal voice. It is a conscious voice. And it has a very beautiful, loving quality to it. And you feel the words. It raises the vibration, and it's in a different phrase than the way that you would phrase things. So you can tell that it's coming in from a spirit guide, and it's not just in your mind. Some of us we'll just know that our spirit guide is close. We'll feel it in our gut. And we'll feel guided that way too. We'll know when going a certain direction is the right direction. You'll feel it in your bones. It'll just move through you like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it should feel good to be able to do that. Even if it's hard, you'll know that you're on the right track. Sometimes doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it feels better than being stuck somewhere where you're not supposed to be. And you have your internal compass guided by your clear knowing that will assist you with that. Sometimes visual signs will show up with the clairvoyance, like repeating number patterns or billboards, or it'll even come through. You'll see something on when you're scrolling through the internet or scrolling through something to watch. You'll get messages as you're walking around. You'll see sometimes your animal spirits or your elemental spirit guides will bring a butterfly your way or help you to see actual real live animals so that you can go and look them up on the internet. You know, for example, what does a butterfly totem mean? Well, transformation, blossoming. And you can look up any of the animals that you see that way. They're messages. They're messengers. And it has to do with what they represent. And some of us feel the energy very well. We're really energetically sensitive, and those are usually the healers that have that vibration. And energy doesn't lie. You can feel the vibration go up. You can feel the pockets where there's an empty place that needs to be filled with light. You can feel the density that needs to be cleared. You can feel the vibration of the beings that are with you, that are helping you. And that is their energy signature. You want to get used to that so that you can identify them. And they're here, they're sending you messages. Sometimes they'll send you feathers or, you know, heart-shaped rocks. Or some people will find loose change, and these are things that they collect, and they know that their spirit guides are nearby when they're thinking certain thoughts or saying certain things, and all of a sudden there'll be a serendipitous moment. And those are messages. Sometimes you'll see your spirit guides working to guide you in your life to the right teacher, the right person, for whatever reason. So you just want to get used to how they are showing up, because once you get used to how they're showing up, they will show you more. If you're demanding that you have these very strong Hollywood-like experiences like you're seeing on television right off the gate, then that's not being patient with yourself or your journey, and it's not being very teachable to your spirit guides, who are deserving of respect and who are allowing you to advance at a level that you can handle, and at a level that you're ready for and that you've earned. And you earn that by the lessons that you're learning. How well are you growing in your soul work? Do you have more healing to do? Are you blocked in any areas? Do you need to awaken? Do you need to go see a healer or get a reading? Or do a yoga class? Or do some journaling, meditation, chant? So if you're blocked in your first chakra, which is located at the base of your spine, it's a good thing to be able to tone 7 times with the deepest ah, as in cup, cup, ah, in a very low guttural sound, just gently riding on the breath. You want to stay comfortable with the sound, and you don't want to force it. And in the red root chakra, it is red. So we'll do it once with you. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we'll make the And the second chakra, being the sacral chakra, which is located about 2 to 3 inches below the navel, it's a good concept to tone 7 times, using a higher pitched but still deep ooh as in you, and the color is orange. And we'll just do it one time with you, but when you're on your own, you can really sit there and really feel the sound. So take a breath and exhale ooh. Ooh. Feel the space opening up and clearing out as you use your own sound healing equipment, your own voice. We're going to move into the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, located above the navel. And again, you can do this 7 times. We're going to do it once using a higher pitched O as in go, and the color is yellow. So take a breath. Exhale O. Oh. Take a deep breath in. We're going to go into the 4th chakra, which is the heart, located at the center of the chest. Again, you can tone 7 times. We'll do this once using a high-pitched ah, as in ma. This sound embodies compassion, and the color is green. Breathe in. Exhale, ah. Ah. Calling in the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. Again, you can tone 7 times. We'll be doing this once, using a higher pitched I as in my, and the color is sky blue. Breathe in. And exhale, I. Good. Going into the 6th chakra, the 3rd eye, located in the middle of the forehead, slightly above the eyes. Tone 7 times if you have time, but we'll just do it once, using a still higher A as in say, and the color is indigo. Breathe in. Hey. how the sound moves into different chakras located in your body. Feel the energy shift. Moving into the 7th chakra, the crown chakra, using the highest pitched E sound as in me. Color will be violet, white. Breathe in. Good. So just experience the energy. If you feel too lightheaded, you can tone ah to bring the energy back. Breathe in. Ah. And if you have less time, when you're on your own, you can breathe in Om, which will bring in the guttural sounds, the mid-range sounds, and the higher pitch sounds. And we'll do that together. Breathing in. Om. So thank you. This helps you to get out of the mind and allowing you to just be in an open, receptive state while we're going to go into our guided meditation. This will be in trance. You'll hear my voice change as I bring through my spirit guide. We are walking with you, Ashras, here. Guided by the light, we allow ourselves to think bright thoughts, happy words, filling our invocation affirmation statements, calling in the highest vibrational energy and the love of spirit today. Stepping into my power, I allow myself to center and to feel my spirit guardian come in, the highest vibrational ones, allowing for the light to replenish where it's needed, and feeling the allowance of the words to simply flow onto the page when it comes time to write. Feel a sense of opening and expansion in our root system. As we develop our connection to our sacral chakras, we are allowed to feel more. Breathing in the knowledge that as we awaken, our spiritual centers become more healthy, become more advanced, and in our delivery of this message, there are words that are forming around those soul centers, allowing you to expand and operate safely, bringing in the vessel of truth and light from your own higher self, guarding the space. Feeling this gorgeous DNA opening and expansion as a column of light allows us to awaken our second sight. We feel the messages soothing out our nervousness, our fear, our worry about how we will do this, how well we will do. We'll just allow that to move to one side as we center in this volume of information that is stored within the higher self. Breathing into higher consciousness, we allow ourselves to pull up out of the mind space into the feeling space. And there's a path up ahead. And to our right, there are many beautiful energies in the forest. Peeking around the corners, we'll see the lights and their wings. As we notice that there is glittering up ahead, we follow it. And we allow ourselves to take this dance with spirit lightly. We feel the path brightening and showing us with our feeling centers that this is the way. We allow ourselves to breathe this freshness, the spiritual essence that is in this place. It is refreshing, is it not? The sky is blue, and the ground is supple. And there are many areas of clearing up ahead. We ask for this expansion energy with every step to lift us a bit more into our DNA activation, where we're allowed to have clarity in the light. There is a wondrous way in which we live, which helps us to see the world as it is. And that is what we are allowing to just step to one side into the room. And in that space, we get to rest and heal. And in the place that we are going, we are angelic in nature. We are free of our physical form. We are allowing ourselves to spree out, knowing that we are still grounded, but we are allowed to rise into the frequency of light that is here for you. There's a very strong energy pulling us towards a house. And there are steps leading up to it and a door. And we walk in, feeling the familiarity of this place. There are a table and 2 chairs. Take your seat. Our higher self is at the doorway now, building a strong energy shield around it for our viewing of our first spirit meeting of the day. There are many pages in the book of knowledge which are turning, allowing you to land on a page in which you are working with now in your current framework for healing as a spiritual being on earth in a physical body. These are your Akashic records in which you will be learning about who you are as a soul and where you have been to assist you with where you are going. Notice all the books that are stored here. This is your spiritual library. The guidance that comes from this place is unconditionally loving, compassionate. There is no judgment here. This is where we go when we receive our life review between lives. And you have had so many different, wonderful, healing companions that have watched over you in all of these lifetimes that are here now, filling the room with light. One of them is going to take the seat next to you. We're simply going to ask the question, are you here for my highest good? If the answer is yes, you are going to greet your friend with a nod and an inward smile, perhaps even a real one. It is a reunion of friends, really. If the answer is ever no, simply allow yourself to relax and ask for your higher self to guard the space and to replace this being with one that is here in the highest service of humanity for you. Feel the shift and allow the room to fill up once more with the protection of the angels and the centering and the feeling of love and compassion. And allow this being to sit next to you and ask the question, are you here for my highest good? And just keep doing that until you feel that the answer is yes. You may see the words, you may hear it. It may just feel very welcoming, very peaceful, and unconditionally loving. What is your name? What can I call you? If a name is given, write down. Often they will show you other ways in which they will communicate with you. Write down anything that you are picking up on the page. As you welcome this chance to get to know yourself this way, you're simply noticing, do I see, do I hear, do I feel, or do I know? What is my strongest clair? going to do now is we're going to ask for a healing on your clair to be able to shine it up even brighter, illuminate the way in which I will communicate with you, to be able to sense you're there. You might feel them close by, and you'll start to blend with their energy. It is an infusion of light, and it is a high frequency wash. You may even drift off. Allowing yourself to really center in that energy and just be in it. Dreaming of this space. Allowing this space to open and expand here, where you can sense and visualize everything in it. And the spirit guide is going to connect now to one of your chakras. And it's to be one where you're about to have some type of an awakening experience. And you'll feel the presence of a bond being made. And you just welcome that feeling of ascension, of a higher frequency light in one or more spaces. And this is only if it is a being that is a spirit guardian. We don't do this with spirit people. We don't do this with an ancestor, for example. This is more of a light being, of an angelic being. A higher vibrational being. this is a multi-dimensional aspect of you, most likely, so it is okay. We are connecting with a soul aspect that is much higher than you, that is helping you to reconnect with your soul purpose, your soul light, your beautiful brilliance, as you wake up the knowledge of who you are. Wonderfully, wonderfully. You're just going to allow yourself to settle while you write down, what is it that I most need to know about my process and spiritual development? See the words, understand them. They will trickle in a little at a time. Write down the ones that are coming to you. And then as you go, more will show up, forming a sentence. As you develop, you'll notice that you are in the moment, feeling the words, sensing them, understanding them only a little as you allow it to just move right through you onto the page. Thanking them for being your guardian, letting them know that you are grateful and that you are healing with them being there, and that you are very strong in your connection, and that you wish to know how to develop a closer relationship. Allow the words to flow onto the paper as naturally as thinking out loud. And when you are ready, simply say thank you. I wish to meet again sometime. Let us set up a time where we do this for an hour a day. When would be the right time for me to sit and work with you? Thanking them and agreeing. We will begin our journey together at that time every day, even if it's for 13 minutes, for 15 minutes, but I will aim for an hour. And they will help remind you. Writing down any last words of wisdom that want to come through. And breathing light into the body, filling up, allowing this expansion to take place in our genetics and our cellular structure. Asking our aura to heal. And permeating our field, we allow the spirit guide to let go, step back. And we feel this rush of information. And we allow ourselves to ground a bit. And we start to move back from the table, waving goodbye, knowing that it's here for us at any time. Our sacred space, our spiritual temple, where we will communicate with our guardians and our loved ones in spirit. Our teachers, our angels are here, the light beings, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, the ascended ones. And we start to move from the doorway, merging back with our higher self, walking through, feeling the security that we know that we have made our connection in some way. And we will feel it throughout the day. Going down through the walkway, we drift, easing our consciousness back into our physical feet and hands, and we feel ourselves merging with our physical form. Calling our energy back from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allowing ourselves to open our eyes, connect with the page again, writing down anything else that we want to remember. And oh, blessed be, until we meet again.